Good morning, everybody. I'm Rhonda Walker with an update on the breaking news that we have been following out of Woodhaven all morning. One man is now dead this morning of a self-inflicted gunshot as police have taken complete control of the active shooter and bomb threat situation at the Ford Stamping Plant there in Woodhaven. Shots were fired from inside of the plant. We've learned that that was a suspect, a part-time worker who was disgruntled, that turned the gun on himself. Police were prompted to evacuate the entire building. A search was underway, and all this while workers were outside calling loved ones. One took the time to speak with us about the events of this morning.
And one of the part-timers came in late, and instead of putting in the work, because to me he looked maybe he was under the influence or something, they sent him home, they walked him out. Well, like an hour and a half later, my chairman comes running through. He tells me to drop everything I'm doing, run as fast as you can, there's a shooter in the plant.
Quite a scary moment for all of the workers there. Once again, there is no longer an active threat at the Woodhaven Stamping Plant. Police have secured the situation, and we will have a full update on everything that unfolded there this morning, today at noon in just a few moments.
Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
The breaking news we've been following all morning, happening right here in Woodhaven, where there has been a massive police response after an employee brings a gun to the Woodhaven Ford Stamping Plant, causing the entire plant to evacuate.
So I started running, and I'm telling everybody when I'm running out the door, everyone behind me, run, run, there's a gunner. There's a guy with the gun, just run.
There was a lot of uncertainty when those workers were told to get out of the building as fast as possible. We now know that it was a disgruntled employee who had that gun. He was the only one hurt after he turned the gun on himself, taking his own life. The plant is in Woodhaven. It's located on West Road, just east of I-75. The entire plant evacuated shortly after 9 o'clock this morning in what police called an active shooter situation. Well, much more unfolded from there. We have team coverage. Coco McAvoy is talking with workers who were inside at the time and forced to run out. And also we have Sean Lay, who is on the scene as well, first on the scene, in fact. And Sean, we'll begin with you. What more have you learned?
Just got an update from police, Woodhaven Police, saying that a 22-year-old part-time employee is the gunman here who came to this plant this morning to report for work. Now, employees and family members of employees describing to us that man was very agitated and very upset about being called out for being late several times. Now, at 9 this morning, we are told he walked into the plant armed with a gun, and then when that gun was spotted, the call went out over the loudspeaker. Employees telling us that it was just chilling to hear. Active shooter inside the plant. Everybody get out. Also, text messages were being sent, employee to employee, a text message blast to these Ford workers to get out of the plant. Meanwhile, the plant manager, his wife is here meeting with him right now, saying that he is incredibly shaken up. Here's why. That the employee, she says, made it to his office waving that gun, being very upset, and the plant manager and other employees worked very hard to try to calm that man down. Police were called. As police were arriving, that man turned the gun on himself. Again, we just got an update from Woodhaven Police. Here's exactly what the chief had to say.
Shortly after 9 o'clock this morning, officers were called to the Woodhaven Ford Stamping Plant, reference a shooting that had just occurred. Despite earlier reports, no officers were involved in the shooting. No other people were injured. One subject, armed with a handgun, took his own life inside the complex at the Ford Stamping Plant. Officials are still inside right now, clearing the building.
Back here live, let's take a look at this. Our cameras capturing 2 Ford employees who were not injured in anything dealing with the gun, but due to the stress of the situation, the terror of the situation, one person was overcome, had to be removed by ambulance, and then a second person also seemed to have an injured leg while evacuating. Sky 4 showing you the magnitude of how big the Woodhaven Stamping Plant is, and that's going to take a long time for investigators to go through every inch of the plant. They say they will not leave here until they make sure sure nothing was left behind that could hurt anyone. They're going through, MSP and Woodhaven Police, going through the plant inch by inch. That's what they'll be doing all afternoon long. Again, no one hurt, no shots fired except for the gunman who brought that gun, shooting himself, a 22-year-old, they say not from the Downriver area. Rhonda, back to you.
Oh, Sean, but what a scary ordeal for that plant manager and anybody who was there who witnessed that man standing in front of them with a gun. We're going to turn our attention now to Coco McAvoy, who talked with workers that were inside of the plant when they were told to get out as fast as you can. There's a shooter in the building. Coco?
Good afternoon, Rhonda. You can't imagine the terror they felt when hearing those words. We did speak with an employee, also loved ones who were gathered outside here of the plant, and we want to show you a different vantage point here at the scene. You can see that employees are still evacuated out here. We're told that each employee has to speak with a police officer to give their information before they can be cleared from the scene here. However, we also have seen several employees leave to go home. One of those employees is Leonard. We spoke to him this morning following this incident. Take a listen.
This morning, I was on the line getting everything ready to go, and one of the part-timers came in late. And instead of putting in the work, because to me he looked maybe he was under the influence or something, they sent him home, they walked him out. Well, like an hour and a half later, my chairman comes running through. He tells me to drop everything I'm doing, run as fast as you can, there's a shooter in the plant. So I'm just saying, what the hell? I mean, what the hell's going on? So he said, run, Lenny, run. So I started running, and I'm telling everybody when I'm running out the door, everyone behind me, run, run, there's a gunner. There's a guy with the gun, just run. So then we all got outside, and then about 15 minutes later, I heard that it was the actual part-timer that got sent home early that was the shooter.
And Leonard, what thoughts were running through your mind when they were telling you to run?
That I didn't want to die. It's not my time. I got grandkids and everything. I didn't want to die.
Out here live now, you're taking another look at the scene here. Again, you can see several employees are evacuated out here. They also brought a bus here to the scene. I'm told that's so employees have a chance to sit down, also have a chance to use the bathroom, because again, they've been out here for hours following this incident. And as you heard from Leonard, this is obviously an extremely scary situation to be in as an employee. Fortunately, none of the employees were injured except for that part-time employee who shot himself. Now, along with speaking with Leonard, we also spoke to his son and wife who were out here very concerned after hearing the news, and you'll hear from them today at 5 o'clock. Back to you.
What a scary ordeal for all of those families. We'll be hugging their loved ones a lot tighter tonight. Coco, thank you. We will continue to keep you updated. You can see it's still an active scene there with authorities there. We'll keep you updated all afternoon long at clickondetroit.com as we hear more from the workers, plus our live coverage from the plant on Local 4 News beginning on First at 4.